Hey everyone, so it's back in my workshop. Yay! It's going to be great. Today I'm showing you how a Boilermaker would restore an old table. There we go. This table has been my table since I can remember. I had it since probably birth. I've got photos of me probably 3 years old with this table. It looked much different then. Now it's been through a bit of time. My kid also has been busy with this table. The sides have been falling off, the quarter rounds, half rounds, and the corners are breaking as well. So what I'll be doing today is showing you how a Boilermaker would fix this and revamp this table to look like something that actually works again. Doesn't look bad, looks good, and. So without further ado, let's get to sanding. That I'll be doing with some sanding paper, obviously, and my grinder, because I'm a Boilermaker. Okay, so I did the whole sanding down the worst parts thing. Now, I need to get to my work toolbox, the one I brought from work because I'm still on holiday. Yay! This is my work tools, and I'm just getting this thing. It's called a protractor, I think it is. Just to mark some sides and to mark circles. This whole vibe where you go boom and wee. Circles. Anyway, I don't know what you call it. I'll just put that there again. Anyway, so basically what I'm going to do now is just round the corners, because as you can see, this little corner here just broke off, and that makes keeping things square pretty hard. I don't want to cut into the good parts, so I'm going to cut round edges. And then this thing should be spectacularly looking. So I'm going to do that now, and I'll be cutting it further with a jigsaw because I don't think my grinder will do the job properly. However, jigsaw's best. That's the non-Boilermaker tool that I'm going to use it for today. Jigsaw, because it's wood. Come on. Okay, so now what I'm doing, I'm keeping this on one side. Yeah. I'm going to mark a spot in the center that I want to use for the round edge. So I think I want to come in about 10 centimeters. Once again, I'll just pop that in the bottom. 10 centimeters from there, 10 from there, which means this should be 10, and this too should be a 10, and that will be my starting point on all four corners, where I will then take this, measure it out to a radius of 10 centimeters. I'll just get this thing to stand up straight. There we go. Now one end here, one end there, and tighten it up. Alrighty, now this thing is set to 10 centimeters, so I can just go scratching and mark on the corner. Now I know there are tools that do the same thing, but I'm keen on showing you this one because this is self-made. I made this one. I made my pretty. Brazed the tip, a tungsten tip to the one end, sharpened the other tip just to keep it in one spot when I punch a hole in steel, and the guide to keep it to where it is, little edge there. I think this is a pretty cool tool. I use it daily at work, so why not use it at home with a little DIY project? If not, why not? So I'm going to quickly do the other ones and cut them off, and then back to the sanding part where we can just round the edges and make it look pretty, and then we're basically done. How easy is that? Alright, so you saw me with the jigsaw going around the corners, and then I took the grinder again because jigsaw does not cut as precise as I wanted it. So what I did was I just cut outside the line I pulled with that thing I put on the bottom, and I just took the grinder with the sanding paper again, and I just smoothed it out, made it nice, and I just got it to look like it should be that way. So now it's got rounded corners, and the next bit is about as exciting as watching paint dry, because it is painting it. I guess you know how to paint. So I'm going to skip all of this next session, and I'll show you what the finished product looks like. Right, so this really interesting happened. This really interesting thing happened. What I meant to say. I knew we had a 5-liter bottle full of Battleship Grey paint, and I went to get it. It dried up in the bottle, so clearly it wasn't sealed properly, and it's got the 2.5 liters worth of dried paint, which sucks. Then I went into the house because I know there was a little spray can of the paint, and found it, didn't check the color, and I came out to the workshop and I started painting, and I couldn't understand why there's nothing happening. Yeah, it was a clear lacquer, so I don't have paint. So I don't really know what my next option is. I'll probably just put a tablecloth over it in the house for now, because to go out and buy paint to come back, I don't feel like doing that. So much for my always have extra idea. Turns out I do have extra clear lacquer, not paint, actual paint. No color paint, only clear paint. So I'm going to do a final little shot of this shiny, lacquered, unpainted, odd looking table, but at least you will see the progress. It looks a lot better. It's got a different shape to it. It's beautiful, pretty, and all that kind of thing. So I'm gonna give you a shot of that, and then if sometime I buy extra paint again, I will paint it, and then I'll put it up as well. But for now, here's the painted with invisible colors, but painted nonetheless table, and hope you enjoyed watching me doing this Boilermaker style with a grinder, because grinders are awesome. And yeah, so that's one thing done for this week. I will be doing some other things as well. I don't exactly know what yet. There's a couple of things that I feel like I need to get to, and I'll probably get to that soon-ish. But for now, I think that's it. So first project of the new year went good in terms of how it turned out, and not so good in terms of what color my paint was. So Oh well, that happens. Cheers. Have a good one.